Hello and welcome to
Spooky School with me, Chris Godley,
and me, Jazz Godley.
on this Wednesday, the 4th of November, 2020. And how are you? Sonny, you can say hello. Accept.
Hi, love. I'm sorry, I don't have my camera.
You don't have to, but
You
we'd love
don't,
to see your face.
But
if you've been up all night watching the election
As we
results
have.
as they come in, you
As
might
I
be
have,
as
I shall
red-eyed
say.
as we are.
I'm
So
4 hours sleep
this
right now.
episode is all about vision boarding, and what we're going to do is we're just going to keep this really, really.
Can you hear Jazzy?
Sonny,
Yes.
give us a thumbs up if
Yes.
you can hear me, because
Yes, I can hear
we're
you. Can you
sharing a
hear
mic.
me? Can you hear me?
I can't find my headphones that have got a mic on them. I found my iPhone earbuds last night and I thought, yeah, they've got a mic on, but they've got the wrong kind of. When did that happen? When did Apple change the ends on the
It's
earbuds?
because they stopped having a hole for your mic.
Right.
You can't hear
So,
me?
Sonny, give us a thumbs up. You can chat as well as speak, but if you've not got a mic,
She has got a mic.
you have, haven't you? Say hello.
Can he speak?
Yeah, but can you hear me?
So
Is our sound up? No.
My mic is on.
Now our sound is.
Hello?
Hello,
Hey!
we can.
Okay.
Just hang on.
Good morning.
Our sound wasn't on.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I'm on.
Schoolgirl,
How exhausted are you? Because I'm shattered.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm on 4 hours sleep. I am so tired right now. So I'm making coffee while you guys are on. So forgive me. I have to. And also doing my work stuff because I'm on work time right now.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is we're going to keep this to 30 minutes. And then next week, we're going to do part 2 where you all come back and share and we pick up on any issues you've had. So this session is very much about the spooky way of doing a vision board. Okay.
So let's go for it.
So it's not constantly in your way. Sonny, can you hear me okay? Because like I say, we are sharing a mic.
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Perfect.
Excellent. Very good.
Am I doing that?
Yeah.
I've done it. Oh, good cough.
Sonny, are you watching the screen at this moment? Because I know you're brewing
Hang
up.
on. Do I need to?
No, it's all right.
I'm away from the screen for 1 second. I'm listening. So
The screen water tells us what.
Oh, does it?
Okay, so there are 2 crucial things about vision boarding that people often either don't know about, don't realise, or just fall into these really common traps. So quite often, someone will vision board because they're frustrated about a particular thing in their life. And they want to solve that issue.
And the other thing is people get extremely specific, and that's kind of a place that you're going to trip yourself up in your head. So they're being very specific about what it is you want, and or focusing on just one thing in one area of your life and forgetting that we are we're kind of multi-layered people. So if one thing, one area of your life changes, then the other areas of your life are likely to change in some way as well. So for our vision board, we kind of take into account those 4 areas of life. And what we want to achieve when we're looking at vision boards and kind of the changes we want to make in life, we're looking for balance. Because if you said, or if somebody said, I want a job, say they were married with a family, at Young Family, and they'd said, I want to be a top specialist earning big bucks. The thing that's likely to be impacted that they might not realise is either their family life or their health, or both of those things, because they're trying to do too much because they've not looked for balance. You understand that? So it's that they want whatever the thing is. But the really important thing is to think about, okay, how is that going to impact
Yay, we can see you.
the rest of my life? Hi, Sonny.
Hello. Hi.
Can you hear my voice? It's a bit drunk.
We've been going, come on.
We haven't. So, can you see our screen that we're sharing, love?
Yes. Personal stuff, my stuff.
Okay,
Right,
good.
So we've got 4 areas, and what we're going to do is we're going to share this document with you so you can use it if you choose to. So the 4 areas are personal development, my stuff, health, relationships, family and friends, and financial and material stuff. And we know that when we're feeling good, it affects all those, doesn't it? I mean, everybody knows that our health is totally impacted by how we feel. Yeah, when you feel good, you tend to make healthy choices. You've got the energy to go out and exercise.
When you feel lousy, you carb load.
Yeah.
Bring on the bread.
Yeah.
Is all I can say.
The bags of crisps and cheese, sat in bed,
Where's
weeping
me
over a sad
Pringles?
film.
Where's my Pringles on me? Where's my Pringles on me toffee butterkiss?
So the important thing that underlies all of this, and it's the second point, and it's the most important point, it's about how you feel, and particularly the frame of mind and the energy that you're in when you do your vision boarding. Because if it doesn't feel good, it's going to feel like punishment. So we were talking just earlier, weren't we? We were using an example about feeling healthier. And so many people, when we talk about feeling healthier, they say, oh God, I've got to lose weight. That means I can't eat cake. Yeah. And then they start going down that route of feeling bad and punishing themselves, and they've tried before and they've failed. And you get into that negative cycle.
Or they have a really unrealistic expectation. So they might say, right, I want to be healthier, I want to be fitter, I want to go and run the Boston Marathon. Yeah. And
they haven't even got a pair of trainers at this point.
They've got a pair of trainers, but they're only worn when the weather's nice, so it can look pretty outside. So, you know, that would be like me, if I said, right, I'm going to go and run the London Marathon when I can't even be out of bed for more than an hour. It's just not physically possible. I couldn't walk 200 yards, never mind run 200 yards, never mind run a mile.
So sticking with that example.
How many miles is it? Marathon?
Is it 26?
26 miles.
So
not going to happen.
The important thing is to connect with, how would it feel if you felt healthier? How would that feel?
And importantly, the really, really important aspect of that is, it's not the how do I get healthier. So it's not what do I do. It's not I'm going to cut out whatever food, which then feels like a punishment.
This isn't a to-do list.
The really, really important thing is, how does it feel if you achieve your goal of feeling healthier? But the really, really significant part of that is, who would you tell and what would you say? And when you told that person and when you said the words that you wanted to say, how does that make you feel? And that's the part of vision boarding that people often forget. So it's not just a picture of a really healthy person, or a picture of you running, or it's not that, or a picture of you being svelte and gorgeous and what. It's not that. It's who do you tell, and how does it feel when you tell them, and what words do you use? And they are the absolute key things. If you can envision yourself telling somebody something fantastic, like, to you, Sonny, say you were suddenly offered the job you wanted for 4 years in the UK, right? Say that were to happen.
Look at that face.
Right.
Right. You've just had this offer. You've just opened that email that confirms it.
You've just been given that. Now that is going to impact lots of different people in lots of ways, right? So who would you tell first? Who's the first person you'd tell?
CG.
Right, okay. How would she be for you?
She'd be really happy.
What
Really happy.
would you say to her exactly? What words would come out of your mouth?
Oh gosh. Well, I've already had it planned for so long that I'd do it in a fun way, because that's what they have been anticipating. But if I'm just talking, you know, conventionally with her, it'd be like, guess what? You're going to be visiting me. You know where? And I could see her like, oh my God. Yeah.
Excellent.
That's the excitement.
And how does that feel?
Feeling.
How does that feel?
I have goosebumps.
I have as well.
I'm awake now. I can tell you.
I have that feeling as well. So that is going to impact on the relationships you have with people around you.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to impact, you're going to have to pack all your stuff up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to
You're going to feel differently. It's going to impact your personal.
There's somebody at work that you're going to really enjoy telling.
Yeah.
In that sort of a way.
In a ha-ha kind of, you know. But you know what?
That's not a V for victory.
Right. I've never really planned to tell the people from Massport when I was gone. I never did.
Really?
Nope, never at all. I'd be keeping that on the down and low. Not until I was already there would I let my dearest friends know, except maybe one that I trust. I mean, implicitly, I trust her. But all the other ones, no, I would never.
Really?
Okay, so
yeah.
that is gonna impact on your financial and material life. Yeah, that move.
The move you mean, or not telling them?
The move.
Oh, okay.
No, the move. It's going to impact. It's going to impact on relationships, family, friends, all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to impact your health, because you're going to be living a different kind of life, and you might not be able to get the kind of foods that you usually get, or you might get an excess of foods, or you might say, this is the perfect time for me to whatever. And it's going to really impact you personally, because you're going to be living in a different place. Mm-hmm. So this is what I want is going to impact in all 4 areas on your vision board. And the important thing is, who do you tell, and what do they say, and what do you say? And that's the feeling you need to get out of, however you want to describe your dream. So does one photograph do that for you? Why have you just stopped?
Because I can't insert things.
Just it's broken.
I failed with
gosh.
technology.
I'm grabbing coffee while you fix it.
I don't blame you. Yeah.
This is a mess, forgive me.
Right. Thought I could insert pictures into it, but maybe the best thing is just to show some pictures.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I didn't mean to make that noise. That was me.
No, I only see you two.
Right.
Yeah. So what picture? You can still only see us.
Yeah, still just you two.
Right. What you can do is do things using pictures. So this is kind of the mechanics of how to do your vision board, but always in this, it's about what are you feeling? How does it feel to you?
What words, or who are you telling? What are you saying? How does that make you feel?
So as Chris was saying, it's very much about the feeling rather than the just doing it. So if you were, for example, wanted to keep safe, you might have an image like this, which is about all of us keeping safe, how it matters to all of us, to your friends, to your family. It's not just an isolated
Or that
thing.
might be a ching, I've got my job.
Yeah, we've absolutely got ching things on here. You might decide, you know what, I've got this amazing new job, but I need some time out. I need to ground myself. I need to meditate. I need to clear my mind.
I need to make sure I've got balance.
Absolutely. Need to take a walk in the woods. But when we do some yoga, so these are the kinds of things you can put on your vision board. But the important thing is, don't be too specific. So if you said, I want to live in the UK and I want a new home, if you put an image of a home or an office block where you're going to work or a new car, whatever it is, that image can actually restrict you.
So if you have an image, say you say, right, I want to live in England and I want to live in a house, and you pick that picture, which is kind of quintessentially an English home.
In the countryside.
What happens is you are putting that image out there, and inside your head and the universe are trying to match you with an image like that. Instead of gone.
How about if to represent one thing you put a few different ones? Does that make it all murky for the universe? Like, let's say I didn't restrict myself to a thatch roof cottage in the Cotswolds, let's say, and then I also put, the entrance to a beautiful, semi-detached somewhere, in the suburbs, and next to that maybe some high-rise building, somewhere in Kensington. If I put them all together to show I wouldn't mind this, and I wouldn't mind this, and I certainly wouldn't mind this, to show the, all the different ones that I would like, is that okay?
That's an interesting idea, but then you've got all those on your radar, and that can be confusing.
That can be confusing. So the alternate to that would be, instead of a picture, you might want, can you stop it?
All right.
Instead of a picture, you might want a phrase that you're going to say to somebody, like, I'm moving into my new house in England. I've got a beautiful new home in England.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about my new home in England. Yeah, and who would you say that to?
And it's really important with vision boarding because it is visual and we tend to use
so
images.
Stick it in a speech balloon or something.
Yeah. Quite often a phrase doesn't limit you in the same way that an image would, but there are some images, and that's why I bring us to this one, which don't restrict us and are a bit more like what you were just saying. So this image here, which is a rune, is the Feu rune, and it represents wealth and possessions. But when you actually read what it's about, it signifies abundance, financial strength, but it also predicts social success, energy, foresight, fertility, creation. So it goes across, it's not just material wealth, but it is that physical material abundance, but it's also success and happiness and energy and foresight. So you could use symbols that are meaningful to you, like that. That's why.
Or if you go back to picture. Say you had that as your image of home, which is so pretty. Now, there's no way I would want to live in a cave underground. However,
Where are you looking at?
Can you?
can you not see this?
We're not sharing.
Hang
that.
on.
Well,
Yes, you are
just-
screen
Hang on,
sharing.
we're not sharing that screen.
I just see a whole bunch of different ones. Oh, okay, that's the specific one. I didn't know which
Do you
one.
see
were
it?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Now I do.
Sorry,
Yeah,
were
that's
you just seeing the list before?
right. The whole list with all the
Right,
different
sorry.
images. I didn't know
Sorry.
which one.
So that's the house we were talking about. Can you see the house?
Yes, I see the house.
So can you see how that would set an expectation?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. That's
That's the room.
which
Okay.
signifies all of this,
Okay.
right? So it's about financial wealth and abundance, but it's also about social success, energy, foresight, fertility, creation, and also destruction, because, you know, sometimes we have to let things go. We have to break something
So
down.
you need to let go where you're living now.
Bye.
Yeah. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't put that house, because that would restrict you from other houses that aren't like that, or
Yeah.
flats or apartments or anything that isn't of that
Correct.
sort of nature.
So, and that one, you see, that's absolutely amazing. But it's in a cave, and there's no way I could live in a cave.
But
Yeah, no, I couldn't, but it's cool.
It's
isn't it?
beautiful,
Isn't it?
isn't it?
And that might work for, you know, if you were thinking, I want a luxury spa break,
Yeah.
something like that. And that would open you up to something that was luxurious and pampering.
See, now, you could have a picture like this, which,
But won't that have the universe send me somewhere to Iceland or the Lapland to see
It is the Northern Lights. Yeah,
you
Which
can
is
see
great,
it.
but
yeah,
You can see the Northern Lights in parts of Scotland.
yeah. But you're right. You're absolutely thinking right. By you putting that on, it puts that expectation out. So you could use something, again, symbolic. And we talked about this image when we did the thriving. So that's the Celtic abundance symbol. Okay. But
Remember that?
yes, for the getting the energy from the when you're standing and grounded.
So that's
right?
the kanji, isn't it? That's
Yeah. I couldn't remember the name.
yeah. So
so people tend to go at vision boards with pretty pictures without actually linking it to the emotion. And it's the emotions that make it real.
who's the first hand?
Mine. So do you remember when we did the moon work and we did the 22-day moon manifestation? And those of you that really connected with the feeling of it and that anticipated how they would feel when this had happened, got amazing results.
They don't look like your hands.
They are.
They aren't.
Now what?
Are they your
trying to-
hands, Sonny?
Trying to work out the rings on, because then they're
No,
actually
not
not
mine.
mine, are they? Because they're different.
Mine would
colours,
have
aren't
would have about 8 rings.
they? Yeah, they're not my rings. They're not
No, it's
yours,
not
are
your
they?
rings.
No, I
It's
don't know
not
whose
mine.
hands they are.
No.
So another thing you can do if you wanted wealth, an unwritten check, you can write your own check. Yeah.
But the thing that happens when people do this kind of, there are people who do that manifestation every full moon, new moon.
Yeah.
Every new moon.
Yeah.
They do a manifestation where they write themselves a check. And quite often the check is of a massive value. And all that sets up in your head and with the universe is, yeah, right.
I've done this before.
That's
and it didn't
all
happen last
that
full
sets
moon.
up. All that does is say, well, I'm going to fail again.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
So it's not, people think, oh, that's a really positive symbol, but actually it's not. It's not a positive symbol. Now, that is abundance.
Isn't it? Isn't that abundance?
And
All
that's
those
just
pumpkins.
a load of pumpkin. Yeah? But that is abundance.
When you're on a game show and they give you the consolation prize and say, and for being on the show, you got a year's supply of rice-a-roni.
Exactly. That's still an abundance, though, isn't
But
it?
it is. Be careful what you wish for, because if you wish for that, if you put that image on, the universe is going to try and match you up with a silver Range Rover.
As opposed to a
Nissan
nice
Leaf
car.
that's eco-friendly, perfect for the city, as opposed to a sports car or any other kind of car. Do you get it?
So if you get too specific, but the important thing is, can you drive?
You drive, Sonny?
Can you drive?
I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, the question is for me. I have my driver's license, but I don't drive.
Right, okay.
Because I don't have a vehicle.
Okay, so say this new job that you were doing in the UK meant you had to drive. So you would need to get a car, or they would supply you with a car.
And I don't like to drive.
Exactly. Exactly. So if that were a condition of your job, so if in your job you got, oh, this is a fantastic job, but it does involve some travelling, then you get this block that happens. Tracy's coming at last. So then you get this block that finally happened, and it's like, oh my God.
Hi, Tracy.
How does that work?
Hi, Tracy.
So we're actually coming to the end of this session just as you get on, Tracy. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Yeah. And you're eating, that's fine.
Who's spoken that deep voice then?
Me. So I got
You
a mouthful
never
of
did.
biscuit.
Was that Davy Baby? No.
Oh,
Hiya.
David, yeah.
Yeah,
Thought
hi
it was.
David. So we're just going to recap because we really wanted to keep this to 30 minutes. And what we're going to do then is we're going to set you off to do your own vision board. Tracy, you're going to need to watch this back. Go on, what's the question?
So
Sorry, I
let's say that you just put something like the car. Could you write something like this or better?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Or you can say, I have a reliable car, or I have
The
a
perfect car for me.
perfect form of transport. Or
Yeah.
whatever
right
that
home.
is.
The right job.
But still with that picture, and that's okay. It kind of shows that that's just a symbol.
Yes. It's
But I'm not restricted to that particular one.
Yes. Yes, you can do that because symbols are nice, aren't they? Images are nice, but you could equally get a sort of silhouette image of a car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could
a
just
vector.
draw you could just draw
Tracy
a
can draw.
picture of a car.
So whatever it
I
is,
don't know where I'm going, so don't drive off. Sorry,
You're
domestic.
up in an argument.
that's all right. So Tracy, you're going to have to watch this back, but the key important things about vision boarding are it's more about how you feel. If it feels unachievable, if it feels ridiculous, if you don't feel the excitement from it, then you're wasting your time. Because when you watch back, you'll absolutely see how your energy lifts when you're excited about something. And that's what we want to get.
The
page. Right, we're just going to try and show you something that we were doing earlier with Sunny, which was how balance is also important. So,
you didn't share.
So when we vision board, we don't just look at one area of our life, we look at how everything impacts everything else. So you look at your own personal stuff, your personal development, and you might put on there an image of crystals because you want to develop your crystal work, but you need to be looking at your health, relationships, family and friends, and financial and material things as well. And isn't it surprising when we look at life how much more than one of these things changes at the same time? So we were saying with Sunny, when she has the perfect job in a new location, it'll also change not just her finances and material stuff, but her relationships, her family and her friends, and her personal stuff as well. She'll feel different. She'll have new challenges, new opportunities.
Yeah. So you want all those 4 areas. But the important thing is not to put a picture in of what you want. It's to think about how would you feel when you've got that thing? Who would you tell? And what exactly would you say? Because the really, really important thing about vision boarding is to be able to express the joy that you're going to feel when you've got the thing you wanted. Yeah. So it's who do you tell? What does it feel like? How exciting is it when you say to somebody, I've got that perfect job. I've been given this vast amount of money by my employers because they've been miserable bastards. I've decided that I want to get fitter. So as a result of that, I'm gonna be feeling better when I get fitter. And who am I going to say that to? What am I going to say about it? When is it going to be that I've achieved some of that? Because you don't have to achieve the whole thing, but when I've achieved some of that, what's that feel like? So you could say, I feel fitter. I've managed to do a 5K walk every day this week, or whatever, every day for the last month. And I feel so much better. Yeah? You understand what I'm saying?
So is this vision board more about writing feelings more than looking at images?
So you can have an image, but have the words next to it about what exactly you're going to say when you've achieved that image. Who are you going to tell is the first thing. What exactly are you going to say? And how's that going to feel?
And that links it into your emotions, and that keeps the energy in it, and it keeps the excitement in it, which is what really puts the focus and the spotlight on it.
So often with vision boards, if you've just got a picture of something, you stop seeing it.
Yeah.
You know,
so if you think about a lot of vision board, you'll have a blank check and a couple of hearts and a this and a that and the other, but it's not kind of balanced, it's not tied together, and there's no energy in it. And you know this is all about energy and focus.
So for you, Sunny, if you got your thing, yeah, the thing that you really want, then there's different groups of people you need to tell different things to, aren't there? So the first one is, who are you going to tell that you've got your dream job and you've got the, guess what, you're going to be coming and visiting me somewhere else, and you know where that is. That is then you're going to have in family and friends. There might be some friends you tell at that time as well. And what are you going to say to them? Because some of those friends might be a bit upset that you're bugging off.
Right, and I don't want them on my board.
Well, if they're not going to be happy for you, don't have them on your board. Have the good stuff on your board, because your board shouldn't be about the hows, it shouldn't be about the pain, it shouldn't be about the, oh God, I've got to lose weight, I feel awful, it's too difficult, I've tried it before. Do the how good you feel when you feel healthier.
And who do you tell? And what do you say?
Right, guys, we need to get off because we really wanted to limit it to 30 minutes and we're on 40. And importantly,
just a quick question. Can you use images from magazines for your vision board?
You can, Tracy, but just listen back to what we said about images can set up an expectation. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So this was part 1. I'm going to share with you the base document that we showed you before, which you can use if you want, and you can import images to that. You can write on it. do it however it works for you. If you like to cut out and put on a piece of pink card, do it that way. But remember, it's about balance and expectation. Get your expectation there.
Okay. And where will I be able to watch this back?
In the
We're just going to stop the